Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Before we begin today's main topic, let me ask you one simple question. Have you ever spent 5 minutes or 10 minutes just searching for one important file? Maybe it was inside your Gmail, inside your Google Drive, or maybe on your laptop, some folder, maybe C drive, D drive, E drive, any drive it might be kept. Or maybe it is something useful website that you may have bookmarked, let's say a few weeks ago, and now you can simply cannot find that thing. I think almost everyone faces this problem. Today, our digital information is scattered across different places. Emails, cloud storage, local folders, shared drives, and browser tabs all contain important information. But when everything is spread out, finding the right document becomes frustrating and it is a wastage of your valuable time. And this is where Dokkio can be very useful. Dokkio connects your Gmail, cloud storage, laptop folders, and other content sources in just one single place. Instead of searching separately into different applications, you get one unified view of your documents. Suppose you're working on a client project or doing research on a particular topic. Dokkio automatically groups related emails, files, and documents together, making it much easier to find out what you need. Another useful feature I like is that Dokkio works alongside your regular Google searches. It can also surface relevant information from your connected private files. While researching online, its sidebar helps you tag and summarize web pages so that you can organize your useful information more effectively. You can ask questions using Dokkio chart and it answers directly from your own documents. So one important point, your content remains private and it is not used to train other AI models. If you want to organize your digital workspace and save time searching for information, you can try Dokkio using the link shown in the screen. Have you ever saved a PDF research paper or report or YouTube video and thinking that I'll watch it later, I'll view it later, but later never happens. Okay, so the information keeps piling up and finding key insights takes time. Students face this, professionals face this, researchers face this, content creators and everyone, including me as well. But what if AI could read all this information for you, summarize it and help you understand in minutes? That's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. The problem is not that we don't have information. The problem is that we have too much information and converting that information into clear understanding takes time. Now this is exactly where NotebookLM by Google can help. NotebookLM works like a smart research assistant. You can upload your PDFs, YouTube videos, websites, notes, documents, and other resources. After that, you can ask questions from your own material. You can summarize your video, you can give action items from these notes. And NotebookLM will answer based on the sources only what you provide. Okay, now this is very important because it is not just giving you random answers from the internet like ChatGPT and Claude. It is helping you to understand your own content. Okay, now one question you may have in your mind, we already have ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude and many AI notes taking tools. Then why should we use NotebookLM? The biggest difference is source grounding. What is source grounding? Most AI tools answer from their own training data and sometimes they give answers that sound correct but they are actually wrong. This is known as hallucination. NotebookLM works completely differently. Here, you first upload your own material like PDF, website, YouTube videos, audio files, Google documents, Google Slides, anything. After that, NotebookLM gives you answer based on those sources only. So let's say, imagine if you upload a PDF, it becomes an expert on that PDF only. If you upload research papers, it becomes expert on that research papers only. If you upload meeting notes, it helps you understand only those notes. Another important feature is clear citations. Whenever NotebookLM gives an exact answer, it also shows you the exact source or the quote from where the answer came. So you don't have to blindly trust AI, you can verify the information by yourself. One very unique feature is audio overview. With one click, NotebookLM can convert your uploaded material into a podcast style deep dive conversation. And regarding privacy, your notebooks and sources stay private. Now let's see how to open this NotebookLM and create a first notebook. We'll be starting from the beginning, so even if you are using it for the first time, you can follow this easily. First, open your browser, search for NotebookLM on Google, click on the official Google NotebookLM link, Here you can see the landing page of NotebookLM. To start using it, click on Try NotebookLM. If you have not logged in, Google will ask you to sign in. Log in with your Gmail or Google account. In my case, I've already logged in, so it opens the NotebookLM dashboard. So these are examples you can explore later, but for now, we'll create our own notebook. Click on Create Notebook. Now NotebookLM creates a new blank notebook. Now let's see the dashboard. Okay, after creating a notebook, this is the main workspace of the NotebookLM. Let's understand this workspace first, because this is where we'll add sources, ask questions, and create outputs. So here you can see three important sections. On the left hand side, we have sources. Sources means there are materials you want to upload to NotebookLM to read and understand. That's a place on the left hand side. Here we can add files, links, copied text, or documents from Google Drive, anywhere. So first we'll give a material to NotebookLM from this section. In the center, we have this chat area. This is where we can ask questions based on our sources, what we uploaded. For example, after adding a PDF or a website, we can ask them, summarize this document, explain this in simple language, give me important points. So this kind of prompts we can give, and this will give us the work. So think of it as a place where you talk to your notebook. On the right hand side, we can see we have the studio part. Now what the studio does, studio helps us understand our sources into useful outputs. The outputs can be like audio overviews, mind maps, reports, flashcards, quizzes, slide decks, infographics, and data tables. We'll use this practically in the examples. At the bottom, you can also add the note. This is useful when you want to save your own points or important observations in that notebook. So remember the simple flow. First we add the sources from the left hand side, then we ask in the center some questions, and then use Studio on the right hand side to create some useful outputs. So this is the basic workflow of NotebookLM, right? Now let's start with the first real use case, the student exam preparation. Let's say a student has a semester exam and wants to revise any topic, let's say Python programming. Normally what do is student read PDFs, make the notes and search on Google, and then they prepare questions manually. But let's see how NotebookLM can help us here. Now I'm inside the new notebook. First, I'll go to the left hand side and click on Add Sources. Now I'll select the Upload Files. Here I have two PDF files related to Python. One is Python Programming Study Material, and the second one is Python Data Structure Chapters. I'll select both the files and then click on Open. NotebookLM will upload and process these files. After a few seconds, you can see that it has created a notebook for Python Programming Study Material and the notes. On the left hand side, both that PDF files are added as sources. In the center, NotebookLM automatically creates a short overview of the material. So this gives us a quick idea of the PDF containing before actually reading them. Now let's say I want to add one more source. I thought of one more additional important source and I can add it. Maybe I found a Python tutorial website. So again, I'll go to the Add Sources. I'll paste the link and add it. Now we have this resources, 2 PDFs and 1 website. NotebookLM will now answer based on this resources, total 3 resources, 2 PDFs and 1 the website link. Now let's use the quiz feature for the exam preparation. Okay, on the right hand side, I'll click on Quiz. NotebookLM is now generating a quiz based on this sources. Once the quiz is ready, you can see it has created multiple questions. Now we can select an answer, and after selecting, NotebookLM tells us whether the answer is correct or not. Along with that, it also gives a small explanation. Now this helps the students not only to check the answers, but also to understand the reason behind it. Okay, now I'll just click on the next option. You can see another question is generated. So like this, student can practice questions directly from their notes, not to go to AI. Because what happens in AI, people upload the documents, but AI like ChatGPT and Claude and Gemini gives them answer from some other sources. Now let's see one more useful option. I'll go back to the studio and now click on the flashcards. NotebookLM is generating flashcards based on the same sources. Now once it is ready, you can see the flashcards on the screen. Now flashcards are a way of interactive, fun learning. So people who want to learn in a fun way, for them it's a flashcard. Now the question is shown on the front side. When we click or when we flip it, we can see the answers. So before exams, student can use flashcards to revise important concepts in a fun manner. So now that was the flashcards. Now one more interesting feature is the audio overview. Now I'll click on the audio overview. NotebookLM will take few minutes to generate. It's not done in seconds. It will take few minutes. Once it is ready, it creates an audio explanation for the same sources what you uploaded. You can listen to the topic in a conversational style format. This is useful when you want to revise without reading. The fun part is you are doing some other task and you're just listening to your podcast. That's simple. For example, when you're traveling, walking, taking a break, or you listen and you can revise a subject. So people who are students who are very studious, I think this can be a great feature for them. So the student workflow is very simple, everyone. The upload notes, useful references, create quizzes for the practice, use flashcard for revision, and listen to the audio overview whenever needed. This is how NotebookLM can become a practical study partner for students. Now let's move to the second use case. Now this use case is for student and freshers who are grown up and now are preparing for the data analyst interview. It can be any interview, but I've taken the example of data analyst interview. In the first use case, we saw how a student can prepare for exam. Now that student has graduated and now is preparing for the job interview. Here I want to prepare for a data analyst interview. I'll use the research option and search for data analyst interview preparation guide. NotebookLM gives two research options. One is fast research and the second one is deep research. Fast research is useful when you want quick results. But for interview preparation, I want more detailed, more reliable material. So I'll select deep research. Now I'll click on the arrow button. NotebookLM starts planning the research. Deep research may take little longer, so keep the page open until it finishes. After the research is complete, you can see NotebookLM has discovered multiple sources. Now before importing, we can click on View. Here, NotebookLM shows what sources it has selected. Now this is useful because instead of manually searching on Google and opening many tabs, NotebookLM is doing the research for you. Now what I'm doing is I'll just click on the Import option here. Now after importing, you can see the multiple sources are added on the left hand side. Now to organize these sources properly, I'll click on the small organize source icon. Once I click here, NotebookLM automatically groups the sources based on the topics. Now this is very useful because NotebookLM can automatically label sources by topic. Beginners usually get confused about where to start, whether it is SQL interview, projects, resume, or interview questions. Here NotebookLM organizes the preparation material into proper sections. In the center, you can see the NotebookLM creates a complete overview for data analyst interview preparation questions here. So now we have one proper interview preparation notebook ready. So let's ask one question. What are the essential technical skills for a data analyst? NotebookLM now answers from the imported sources. You can see it gives a proper structured answer. It covers key skills like SQL, Python, Excel, BI tools, statistics, data cleaning. Now this is useful because now we are getting answers based on multiple interview preparation sources. Remember, when I graduated from my college, I had to go to 100 websites, search for different places, find out the best resources, and I used to prepare. But now your generation and my generation are also lucky here that we people are now just using the preparation by just clicks. So that's the best part about this NotebookLM. Now let's see one useful, powerful feature. On the right hand click, I can click on slide deck. This is my favorite topic. NotebookLM is now generating a slide deck based on your sources. This is useful when you want to have a structured preparation plan in a presentation format. Once the slide deck is ready, let's open it. It will take few minutes. NotebookLM is now generating a slide deck based on this 36 resources. Now this is very useful when you want a structured preparation plan in the presentation format. Now you can see it has created a slide deck called as Data Analyst Career Playbook. Let's open it. Here NotebookLM has created a complete presentation from the interview preparation sources. The first slide is like a title slide. Okay, the 2026 Data Analyst Playbook from zero to hired. NotebookLM has already converted the research into proper visual format. Now let's move to the other slide. Here it is showing the important points related to portfolio building. This is very important for data analyst interviews because only learning tools is not enough. You also need projects, dashboards, GitHub links, and a clear explanation of your work. Now here you can see a 4-week interview preparation timeline. Week 1 focused on SQL, week 2 on Python and statistics, week 3 on portfolio polish, week 4 on behavioral and case study preparation. Now these are the 4 weeks of plan, and it's a very practical roadmap. For a fresher, this kind of plan gives direction. Otherwise, many students are confused from where to begin, what to do and what not to do. They study SQL today, Python tomorrow, Power BI after that, and there is no structure. NotebookLM is helping us create that structure. Now let's go back and try one more interesting feature. I'll just click on the mind map. NotebookLM is generating a mind map based on the same sources. Once it is ready, I'll open it. You can see the mind map breaks the topic into areas like interview strategy, SQL skills, statistics, Python, and behavioral preparation. Now this is useful because interview preparation becomes visual. For example, the behavioral section gives ideas for star answers, resume important, and portfolio preparation. Now let's use one feature, and this is useful for quick revision. I'll call as flashcards. So now NotebookLM is creating both outputs from the same sources. Flashcards are ready first. So let's understand the flashcards and understand this feature. Here you can see the first card. With flashcards, you can first try to recall the answer, then check it. Now this is exactly how flashcards help. They don't just show everything at once. First they ask you a question, then you try to recall the answer, and after that you check whether your answer is correct or not. Okay. Before an interview, instead of just reading long articles again and again, you can revise important concepts quickly using these flashcards. And one more useful thing is explain button. Suppose you see one answer but you don't understand it properly. Just click on explain. NotebookLM will open the explanation in the chat area, and it can explain the concept in more detail. For example, here it explains the difference between descriptive analysis and predictive analysis. So this is not only memorization, this is proper understanding. Now our quiz is also ready by the time. So let's open the quiz. NotebookLM has created a quiz from the same sources. Here you can see proper multiple choice questions like SQL questions on where and having, or statistic questions on mean and median and distribution. So when I select an answer, NotebookLM tells me whether it is important, correct or incorrect. And the best part is it also explains the logic behind the correct answers. This is very important for interviews because you are not only practicing questions, you are also understanding your mistakes. And if something is not clear, we just click on explain to understand the concept in more detail. So the preparation becomes active. You're not just reading it, you are practicing, checking mistakes and understanding the logic behind the answers. You can also use audio overview here for listening based revision, but we don't need to repeat the full process again. For interview preparation, NotebookLM can research, organize sources, create a roadmap, and help you practice with quizzes and flashcards. So, if you are preparing for a job interview, especially as a fresher, this tool can save a lot of time and give you a clear direction. Alright, so now let's move to the next use case. Now this use case is for content creators. Now people who have studied, they got the job, now they became content creator. Now this use case is for those people. So content creators who want to research the topics, generate content ideas. Suppose I'm a content creator and I want to create a content on AI tools for content creation part. I would usually search for multiple websites, compare tools, check updates, and prepare notes manually. But let's see how NotebookLM can help here. In the sources search box, I'll type as AI tools for content creators 2026. Here I'll keep the option as fast research. Now I'll click on the arrow button. NotebookLM starts researching the websites. After a few seconds, fast research is complete. Now I'll just click on view. Here you can see all these sources NotebookLM has discovered. It finds sources related to AI tools, video creation, writing, social media, and industry updates. So as a content creator, this is already helpful. Instead of manually searching different websites, NotebookLM has collected relevant sources in one place. Now I'll just click on import. Now let's add a few more sources manually. I'll click on add sources. Here I can just paste website link directly. For example, I'll copy the Google research blog link and paste it here. Then I'll add it. Similarly, I can open Hugging Face blog, copy the link and add that also. And I can also add an AI News website link and click on Organize Sources. So now my notebook has both automatically discovered sources and manually added sources. This gives me a stronger research base. Now let's create something practical from these sources. On the right hand side, I'll just click on Mind Map. Here you can see NotebookLM is asking what topic should be. So instead of creating a general mind map, I'll give a specific instruction. I'll type here, create a mind map of YouTube video ideas I can make based on AI tools in my sources. Once it is ready, I'll open it. The mind maps gives video ideas around AI tools, writing tools, marketing automation tools, social media growth and everything. NotebookLM is not only summarizing the sources, it is helping us convert research into content ideas. So for all the content creators, this can save a lot of planning time. Alright, so now let's move to one more option. Let's convert these ideas into proper table. I'll go to the table on the right hand side. I'll click on the small arrow to customize it. Now I can give my own instructions for the table format. The instruction would be create a table with columns, tools name, video idea, target audience, difficulty level, estimated views and potential. Now I'll just click on generate. NotebookLM creates a complete table from the sources. Here you can see different AI tools, video ideas, target audience, difficulty level and the estimated potential views. This is very useful for content planning. Now I don't just have to use the random ideas, I'll use a proper content planning table. The best part is we can open this table in Google Sheets also. Now I'll click on reports. NotebookLM gives different report formats like a briefing document, study guide, blog post and custom report. For this example, I'll choose create your own. Now I'll give a clear instruction. Create a report of all AI video tools with pros and cons, pricing and best use case in a simple language. Now I'll click on generate. NotebookLM creates a detailed report from our sources. This is useful when you want to create a YouTube video, blog article, newsletter or client research document. We can also use slide deck to turn this research into a presentation style structure. This helps creator move from research to content planning much faster, and this can save a lot of time. So now let's go to the next use case, which is medical report. Recently, I was working with one of the leading healthcare research organization in India. They had a very big challenge. The research team was using different tools. They were spending weeks reading medical journal, clinical trials, government health data just to prepare one summary report. Now after that, they started using NotebookLM in a more structured manner and an easy manner, and the results were impressive. Now let's see one similar example on the screen. Here I've created one notebook for healthcare research. First, I'll add all the required sources. I'll click on add source. Here I can upload a PDF from my local system, which is basically a WHO annual healthcare report. I can also add official website links, YouTube video links, and now our research notebook is ready. So let's start the research work. First, I'll go to the chat section. Here I'll ask one question based on all the sources. What are the most important action points for a healthcare research system? So now I'll click on send. Here you can see NotebookLM is giving a structured answer. It is saying that a healthcare research team should focus on participant safety, public health needs, and the global challenges. The first point is prioritize participant safety in clinical design. This means before moving ahead into any clinical trial, participant safety should always come first. Now see one very important thing here. The small numbers are citations. When I click on the citation, NotebookLM opens the exact source from where this information came. This is very useful for research because in research work, we cannot blindly trust AI. We need to verify the sources very properly. Now let's move to the next feature, which is mind map. Sometimes research documents are very long and very complex. So instead of reading it line by line, we'll create a visual map. I'll use this prompt, create a mind map showing key health challenges, research findings, treatment approaches, and recommendation from all the uploaded sources. Now I'll just click on generate. Here you can see NotebookLM has created a health map. The main topic is global health initiatives and research. From here, it has created different branches like clinical research, trial phases, research findings and knowledge tools, Bhutan health strategy, and global health risk and treatment. Now let's move to the next feature here. Many times a research team needs information in a table format. So I'll go to Studio and select the data table option. Here I'll write create a table with major health challenges, key findings, recommend actions and sources from all the uploaded sources. Now I'll just click on generate. Here you can see NotebookLM has created a proper table. The columns are health challenge, key findings, recommended actions and source. It is showing challenges like non-communicable diseases, health workforce shortage, public health emergency preparedness, mental health issues, cancer burden, and so on. For each challenge, it is giving key findings and recommended action points. Now, let's move to the report feature. I'll click on reports. Here I'll give a prompt and then click on generate. NotebookLM creates a full research report. Here you can see it has created sections like executive context, demographic and socio-economic drivers of health, and also included tables. This can also become a very good first draft for research summary. But remember, this should not be used directly as a final report. Always check the facts, verify citations, and then finalize it. So let's move to the final use case. This use case is useful for business owners and the professionals. Suppose I'm running an AI tool business or I'm planning to start one. Here I've uploaded 3 sources, an industry report, a customer feedback, and a business plan. I'll also add one market news source for external content. The industry report shows market size, growth, enterprise adoption, and lot of key trends. The customer feedback shows customer satisfaction, pricing complaints, product issues, and customer segments. Business decisions should not be based on market trends. We also need to understand what customers are saying. So we have a market data, customer feedback, and your own business plan. Now let's bring all of this into NotebookLM. I'll click on Add Sources. I'll just click on Drive because my files are already stored in Google Drive. Here I'll select 3 PDF documents: business plan, customer feedback report, industry report, and now I'll click on Insert. NotebookLM will add these files as sources. Now I'll also add one website source for market context. So now we have market data, customer feedback, and own business plan in one place. Now let's ask a business question. What is working in the AI tools market right now, and where does my business need to improve? This is very important type of question because I'm not asking only for summary. I'm asking Notebook to compare market trends with my own business feedback. NotebookLM explains what is working in the market. It identifies the high growth areas, compares them with the issues from the customer feedback. For example, I can say it points out the issues like pricing, mobile experience, support speed, and the language support. This is powerful because NotebookLM is reading all the sources together and giving a practical business view. Now, I can also ask one direct question. Read all my sources, tell me what my next move should be. NotebookLM gives you more strategic answers. It gives you clear next steps such as improving the mobile experience, adjusting the pricing, adding language support, and focusing on high growth AI use cases. This is good business insight. So sometimes we have too much of information, report, feedback, news, business plan, customer complaints, but NotebookLM helps us connect everything and find out the next action. So let's create a visual view of the opportunities. Now I can click on the data table. Here NotebookLM asks what type of table we want. So I'll write, create a table comparing my businesses with competitors from my sources with columns. The columns can be a company name, product or service, pricing, a target audience, strength, and weakness. Now what I can do is I can just click on generate option. NotebookLM creates a competitor and business comparison table. This type of table is very helpful when you are planning strategy. Instead of reading long documents, long reports, you can quickly see where your business is strong and where your competitors are strong. We added business sources, asked the strategic questions, and created outputs like mind map and comparison table for business insights. For founders, freelancers, consultant, trainers, and working professionals, NotebookLM is not just note-taking tool. No, it has become a practical research and decision-making assistant. Now I can click on Infographic. NotebookLM gives me options like language, orientation, style, and detail level. I'll keep the orientation as landscape and give a simple prompt. Use a blue color theme, highlight key market statistics and opportunities and customer pain points for an AI tool business. Now I'll just click on generate. NotebookLM creates a clean infographic showing market statistics, India opportunity, and customer pain point like pricing, tier 2 connectivity, mobile performance. This can be used in meetings, presentations, strategy discussions, or business reports. So in this business use case, NotebookLM helped us connect reports, feedback, business plans, and the market updates. It's just not a note-taking tool. It has become a practical research and decision-making assistant. So that's it for the video. Today we saw how NotebookLM can help while studying, interview preparation, content planning, medical report, business research, and even YouTube playlist learning. Overall, NotebookLM is more than note-taking tool. It can work as a study, research, content planning, and business assistant. But remember one important point. AI tools are here to help us think better and save time. But we should not blindly depend on AI outputs. For important areas like medical, finance, business decision, always verify the sources and take expert advice where required. Use NotebookLM as a support system, not as a final authority. Now you tell me in the comments which use case you found useful, whether it was study, interview preparation, content, medical report, business research, or the YouTube playlist. And if you want me to make a detailed video of any one feature, comment below. I'll try to cover in a simple step-by-step way. Thank you for watching. Keep learning, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video.